So this is a poem titled Desert Fisherman. After a long week of toil, a long week of hardships and frustration, he likes to walk down to his spot. He plans to get there at the perfect time, an hour after high tide. Beforehand, he checks his barometer, sees that the atmospheric pressure is slowly on the rise. Perfect. He whistles as he walks, whistling a Shona folk song. He gets to his spot at the perfect time. He looks over the familiar waters. Candice flies. Perfect. He is guaranteed to catch something today, maybe even a perfect golden trout. He finds satisfaction in fishing, an art he picked up way into adulthood, an art he perfected.
Kudzai grew up in a small town in Zimbabwe near Mutare, and his mother is the principal of an Anglican school there. He has two older siblings, and he came here kind of as a surprise to everyone. I think he was invited by a family friend, and I think he kind of got caught up into the whirlwind of coming and wasn't sure what to expect. And it's been wonderful to watch his process of really learning about himself and about the United States and see him be able to figure out those things that are important to him.
Kudzai is such a great human being. He's got like this natural calmness to him that actually is really approachable.
What became really clear was the impact that he had on the other kids in the class. He brought out a kindness in them.
He just has a smile, and then you just know everything's going to be all right with you and him.
He's got a lot of thoughts in his head, and he's really just conscious of everything that's going around, and he's really open to new ideas and new perspectives.
I remember his grace, and I remember feeling this takes enormous courage to do what he's doing.
People look up to him as Kudzai and being someone who can bring a very unique perspective to situations, and someone who people can look up to as like a humorous human being, but also someone who's down to earth and very mature.
In the Intercultural Student Association, the ISA, there's 4 leaders. And so part of what they have to learn how to do is work together as a team. And Kudzai has brought a real different style to that than any of the other students. And I think that's been valuable for them to see how different his style is, and that he is very quiet. He notices everything, but he kind of leads subtly.
And Kudzai just stepped up and he's like, guys, you need to respect everyone's opinion. Everyone is different. They're not going to have the same opinion as you. And he said it in a very calm manner that like everyone was silent. It just felt absolutely quiet. And so it was just like, wow, that was awesome. Just his quiet demeanor, but he was so authoritative in the situation and firm that everyone was quiet and everyone was respectful after that, which was really impressive.
Coming to the States was a major thing for me and for my family. I am part of like an exclusive group of, kids who end up coming to the States for the first time. I was actually like thinking about what I was learning instead of just learning for the sake of, I have to memorize this stuff for, this test I have on Friday. It was actually, it had to involve a lot of my own thinking. I just became very curious because it was just like I just came to the realization that there's a lot of stuff that I do not know about. For a really long time, I thought of myself as very informed, but I was just surrounded by all these unique voices that were just so interesting. It made me curious.
I think he's going to go back and be one of those community leaders who is a transformer.
I have enormous affection and respect for this young man. He's going to make a difference.
He's interested in being a dentist. I think he's really interested in going back to Zimbabwe with those dental skills. And he needs a college education.
He is going to bring the things that he learned here, familiarity with his country, and take it back home. He's a bridge builder.
The idea of asking people for financial help, which he needs significant financial aid to make this possible. that's a very hard thing for him to do. I think my biggest hope for him right now is that he gets the support from the community that he needs to make this college dream possible, because I think right now he's really worried it's not going to work out and he's going to feel like a failure.
I know Kudzai was really stressed out during the college process, and he was afraid he wasn't going to find somewhere that he would fit in or like, but he seemed really excited to be going to Xavier, and I think that that's going to be the perfect fit for him, and he seems really excited about that, and I hope he is able to go there next year.
Dental care is just something that's not of major importance to people where I come from. I remember there being one dentist in my small town in Zimbabwe. If I was to become a dentist, I could go back to a place where they have very few dentists and hopefully make an impact.
I think if people could show their faith in him, which isn't just faith in him, it's faith in all the stuff he wants to do. It's service to Zimbabwe and to Africa. He's incredibly proud of Africa. He is such a diplomat for Africa. And I think if he could go on to college, he would be continue that. He's going to be showing us the clinic that he built and he's working at, and all the people that he is helping, and that there's going to be like a line of darling young Kudzais waiting in the waiting room to see their dentist and to see their community leader, because he's made that happen, and he's just going to be beaming because we all did that with him.
And I know college is important for me because I want to learn and be successful. There's this goal that I came with, and I would just like to reach that goal. I'm just trying to learn.